Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Garfield #1 from Kaboom, which is an imprint from Boom Studios, based on the upcoming Garfield movie. So if you're a fan of Garfield, you're probably in for a treat. Let's talk about it. We have two stories here, and Garfield, of course, created by Jim Davis. We have Midnight Munchies, written by Ryan Strada and illustrated by Axel Ennias, and John minus Garfield, which is the story that connects a lot more to the movie. This is written and illustrated by Sarah Grayley, lettered by Steph Perenins, and we have multiple covers. You'll see some at the end of the video as well. So why am I talking about a Garfield comic? I don't know. This was something that was coming out this week, and I was like, okay, let's check it out. Um, I really haven't watched any of the Garfield films. I really only watched Garfield. I think there was an animated series when I was young. And I never, I've never really read a lot of the comic strips. So, but this just felt like a really interesting thing. So let me give you some background on this. Fans of the feline with a ferocious appetite just don't have to wait until the Garfield movie to celebrate. But you can also check out this foray in a new 4-issue tie-in series. So, like I said, one of the stories directly ties into the movie. The other one is just kind of a fun romp. You can also add another layer yet to the lasagna, as the first issue features not just one story, but plenty of hilarious materials for seconds. So yeah, and most of the preview art that I have is from the first story, which actually is very different from the art that actually ties into the film. So I don't know if they were going for the look of the comic strip versus the look of the actual movie. Yeah, we'll see. But this is just it was a quick read. It was really fun. Like, I love the first story. I think was my favorite because it is one that's a complete story. It's just, how does Garfield? He just wants to get a midnight snack in the most efficient way possible, and of course, shenanigans are going to ensue from that. That's it. Like, it's very straightforward. But that's kind of what the Garfield comic strip and the Garfield cartoon always is, right? Just really weird, fun stories. Now, the film, I think it's going to take a little bit more, and that's where the second story comes in, where like we're actually setting some stuff up, and it's like not a complete story, but it's an interesting hook, well enough. I don't know if it's a hook big enough that'll make me want to watch this movie, but at least might continue to read the comic. But the first story is definitely worth it. It's just weird and fun, and like it it, it ultimately ends like most of these things, where like Garfield's just probably working too hard at trying not to work hard. So let me pull up some of the preview art, which you'll see a lot. We have a lot of pages for the preview art, and as you can see, very much the vibes of the comic strip from what I remember, with a lot of the dialogue just really not getting in the way, right? Everything's really Garfield kind of talking about stuff. Um, yeah, I just thought it was a good time, and it's silly, it's fun, it's goofy. It's what all these Garfield cartoons should be, or what these comics should be. So yeah, it's enjoyable. I would say, whether you're gonna watch the movie or not, you probably want to maybe check this out. But like I said, I haven't read a lot of Garfield, so I don't know. I don't know how this stacks up. But I had a good time with this. I really thank the people over at Boom Studios and Kaboom for sending this over for us to check out. I think it was interesting and it was fun. I don't know how much we'll get out of the movie stuff, like I said, but I'm definitely glad I got a chance to read this one. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.